Decisions take up so much bandwidth. The things I would have achieved so far had I just ripped off the Band-Aid after a few days of pondering. So please, for your inner peace, just decide. Hello and welcome to the Connect Podcast. This show is all about helping you connect to your soul's calling so you can take action on it. Because the sweetest success is a blend of discovering your purpose with the inner drive to bring it to life. I'm Sheila Botelho, health coach, lifestyle entrepreneur, and mom of two, best known for my online wellness programs, mentoring, and self-love passion. Listen in for inspiring interviews, solo chats, and Q&A sessions that will move you past overwhelm towards what lights you up. Stop accepting good enough and go for your version of great in your health, business, and relationships. Let's get started. Hey there, welcome back to the Connect Podcast. I'm so glad you're joining me for a quick dose of inspiration. Today, I want to talk about how the quality of your decisions makes a huge impact on the quality of your life. It's true for you, it's true for me. You will achieve in your life only that what you believe is possible. That doesn't mean that just imagining and believing anything is possible will make it magically happen. There's a global perspective to consider, like where you live in the world and what resources you have available to you. Even as I say this, I'm increasingly aware of how those of us with the resources to create positive change have even more of a responsibility to use our gifts to the benefits of not only ourselves, but greater society and those in need. But that's another conversation. The point is that achieving something almost always requires you to take some sort of action. Let's think of it in reverse. If you don't believe you will achieve something, you probably won't attempt it, yes? Improving your life involves the belief that improvement is possible. So what do you believe about what's possible for you? Test it out. Is there a new healthy habit that you've been trying to adopt for years and it never happens, but the idea never leaves you? If you truly want to make it a habit, the starting point is to decide that you're going to do it. For motivation, look at what will happen if you don't do it. Is that helpful to you? If you know that you sit most of the day for work and commute to get to and from work, and you don't make space in your life for regular exercise, what may life look like for you in the future? Being sedentary has been compared recently to smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. You're likely well aware of the impact smoking has on your body over time. When you make the decision to not prioritize exercise, you're making the decision to be sedentary, and you're potentially choosing some future health issues. The problem with this example, as with most decisions, is we don't look too far down the road to see what the outcome could be. You can apply this thinking to whether you should switch careers, have the difficult conversation with a friend, ask someone out, start the business, ask for help. Why is asking for help so hard for us? Most of us want to help each other, right? Whatever it is, decide. You'll relieve yourself of so much stress when you choose either way. Now I want to talk about the speed of your decision making. Everyone makes decisions differently. I like a good old-fashioned pros and cons list. Some people poll their friends. Some get into hard data research, but even for me in the Post-it notes, it comes down to what does my body tell me? How does the decision feel? You and I know innately what the right decision is. What stops us from making it is the emotion involved or the work of putting that decision into action most times. So don't drag it out. I can tell you from a lifetime of experience that waiting too long on a decision takes more energy and emotion than making a decision and acting on it, than achieving or falling flat on your face. Decisions take up so much bandwidth. The things I would have achieved so far had I just ripped off the Band-Aid after a few days of pondering. So please, for your inner peace, just decide. Get help from a friend or a coach who can hold you to it if you need to. It can be as simple as tuning into how you feel with either decision. When you do, you will move ahead. When you think about it, not deciding is essentially deciding. But if you've not made it official with yourself, the idea is in limbo, occasionally getting resurrected every so often, just to torment you with the possible triumph or failure scenarios. And when an idea is in limbo for too long, this is what can happen. Have you ever had a great idea, gotten energized to act on it, then waited, then talked yourself out of it? Yeah, me too. Meanwhile, if you had just made the decision, did it, and even if it didn't work out, you still would have learned something, perhaps what not to do. You would have potentially gotten another idea from acting on the first one and been further ahead, closer to your purpose. At the very least, you would have started to trust your instincts, to use your gifts and abilities, and grow. All too often in my life, I've had an idea, then gone down the rabbit hole of if other people had made it work. And two things happened. Either I saw that other people had done it and they did it so well, so why would I also do that? I have to be original, right? Or, and this one's even worse, I saw that nobody else had done it, so I stopped in my tracks and decided that I couldn't possibly do it. It must not be a good idea. Oh my, the tricks our brains play on ourselves when they're trying to protect us. If you're on the journey with me of making decisions sourced from within yourself, from your heart, your inner wisdom, you need to start trusting yourself. Do the thing you've been meaning to do, but have been too afraid to. Have the conversation. Make the career move. Start raising your kids the way you've always wanted to, but were afraid of criticism for. Make the art. Write the song. The worst that can happen, because isn't that where our amazing minds of possibility go? The worst case scenario? The worst that can happen is you'll feel amazing that you took a step into trusting yourself. You may not gain the desired outcome, but you will have taken a step, made the move by saying yes to yourself. Oh, and well, what if it's the best case scenario? Yeah, you also win. You got your desired outcome or something even better than you could have imagined. I'll give you an example of this. After we had our first son, we were so thrilled with how well things were going. It had been a great experience, and we were super grateful for that. We thought, things are going really well. We should maybe just stop at having one child, and then we could just focus on him. Then I spoke to my naturopath, and he said, what if having another child was an even better experience than the first? I just loved that reframe so much. And it turns out we were leaning towards having a sibling for our oldest son because we just thought that would be kind of a neat balance in our family. And you know what? The second time around felt even better. It can happen. Things can be better than you could have imagined. Beautiful soul, you are on this earth for a reason, and you have unique qualities that need to be expressed. Take the first step of deciding to honor that and see where it takes you. I hope you have an amazing week, one where you trust yourself more and know that you're held by the divine force that put you here in this exact place and time. I'm right here working on all of this with you, and I can't wait to hear what you do with what you've been given. Thank you so much for being here and listening. I hope you found this encouraging and helpful. If you did, please share it with a friend via text or your stories. I promise to shout you out if you do. Let's keep rising together. Stay tuned for another nourishing interview on the next episode. I hope you'll join me then. Big blessings. Thank you so much for being here with me on the Connect podcast. If you like this episode, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you head over to iTunes to leave a review, I'd be so grateful. Let us know what your favorite parts were and what you'd like to hear more of. It will help us have a greater impact, elevating many more people to grow and succeed together. See you next time.